Welcome to the 2021 NCHSAA Baseball COVID Adoptions presentation. The special rule adoptions due to COVID will be outlined in this presentation. Field adjustments are as follows. The dugouts can be extended to allow for social distancing. However, they must be away from home plate in accordance with NHS rules code. If they extend the dugout inside the fence, then it must be marked off with chalk or paint to denote dead ball area. Bleachers may be used as necessary, and as umpires, we should not address this or make a big deal about this unless we deem a safety issue is at hand. Umpire expectations are as follows. Umpires must wear a face covering. A mask or a gaiter is sufficient. Discipline actions will occur if picture or video evidence is presented to your regional supervisor of an umpire without a face covering. Umpires can handle baseballs, so plate guys should still continue to use a ball bag. Umpires cannot handle other game equipment, bats, catcher's helmet, etc. The pregame conference with coaches. We need to maintain social distancing as best as possible. The head coach must attend, and he is the only one to attend. And we'll continue to accept home lineup first, followed by visitors lineup, go through ground rules, play introductions, national anthem protocol, but make sure we're maintaining social distance as best as possible. The coach expectations. All coaches must wear face covering. We issue a warning the first time. We restrict them to the dugout the second time. Head coaches shall approach the middle of respective foul line for any discussion with an umpire. So that's continuing the rule change from a few years ago. Assistant coaches cannot approach an umpire for any discussion. Player expectations. All players must wear a face covering, and it should be a single solid color. We give a warning on the first offense. We'll relegate the player to the dugout on the second offense, and this will count as a substitution per NFHS rules code. If it is a starter, they may re-enter under the re-entry policy, assuming they choose to wear the face covering properly. We will then eject or restrict to the dugout on the third offense and treat this as a DQ. This is not an ejection where we have to write a report, but you should contact your regional supervisor to let him know. The pitcher is the only exception. He does not have to wear a mask while pitching, but does during conferences and all other times while not pitching. If a pitcher wears a mask while pitching, it cannot be white. Pitchers must wear a face covering during a defensive conference. And players can pick up other equipment, bats, catcher's helmets, etc. Player expectations continued. If a player is having difficulty breathing, they can be replaced by a legal substitute, but it will not count as a substitute. If a legal substitute is not available, then the previous batter who is not on base may be used, similar to the process when an injury occurs. Players cannot leave dugout area to congratulate teammates after scoring. Players must stay off the mound during a conference. The pitcher can be on the mound, the coach can be on the mound, and all other players must stay off the mound during a defensive conference. Pitchers cannot lick their fingers. If they do, an immediate dead ball will be called. The ball is removed to be sanitized. The pitcher must sanitize hand. The pitcher can use a wet rag in their pocket, but they must not lick their fingers. And any umpire can make that call. In closing, please complete the attestation form at the link in the description box below to affirm you have watched this presentation. Failure to watch this presentation and complete the attestation form may result in your schedule being pulled until this requirement is met.